Revelation 2065. From the 11th of September 1941. Rationale of the fight against the spiritual weakness and strength. The awareness of one's own lack of strength determines the human being to entrust himself to a strength-giving power and to request such, and that is why the feeling of weakness is always an advantage, although earthly it is rated as the greatest disadvantage. The world, that is the people who live in the world, only seeks to do justice to earthly tasks and needs more or less strength and willpower for this. It sees a decrease in these as a shortcoming and now seeks to fathom the causes of this, namely, as an influence of the adversary. It believes to have found them in spiritual striving, and therefore it fights against this with all means. Precisely that which alone is beneficial and successful for the soul is considered a disadvantage and is therefore fought against. It is assumed that faith in a higher power and its assistance or impartation of strength will reduce the human being's earthly striving accordingly, that the human being's own development of strength will diminish and that he will expectantly surrender to the working of that power, and people try to prevent this by trying to destroy faith in a higher power, especially faith in the supply of strength without any action on his part. The strength and power of prayer seeks to invalidate the world. It demands just the opposite. Extraordinary strength or development of will without the help of a power from above, because it sees only physical strength or intellectual thinking, which is able to master earthly demands, as valuable. Such a view, however, prevents all spiritual striving. For spiritual progress can only be achieved through the mediation of grace, and such can only ever be gained through prayer. But prayer presupposes the recognition of a power which can and wants to impart grace and strength, and this strength should also be requested. The human being should not only try to overcome the feeling of weakness through increased earthly activity, but he should turn to Him who alone can change this feeling through His grace, through the imparting of what the human being lacks for spiritual higher development. For the highest earthly development does not bring the human being spiritual success. Only when he feels small and weak does he take the path to God, and only then does he fulfill the actual earthly task, which brings him little earthly but all the greater spiritual success. Amen.